Assalamu alaikum, I'm Aisha and you're watching Samaa News. Here are today's headlines. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif says Pakistan's role as a mediator in regional diplomacy has been strengthened by the support of Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan. Speaking in Istanbul, the Prime Minister said Pakistan and Turkey share a long-standing relationship built on mutual trust, historic cooperation, and support during critical moments. He described Turkey as one of Pakistan's strongest and most reliable allies. Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan has said Israel must not be allowed to undermine the U.S Iran peace agreement, stressing that lasting stability in the Middle East depends on the support of regional countries. Speaking alongside Pakistani Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif in Istanbul, Erdogan said no peace initiative can succeed without regional cooperation. He also announced plans to expand Turkey's cooperation with Pakistan in energy, transport, technology, defense, and trade. The next round of U.S Iran talks is expected to take place in Pakistan on July 11th, according to media reports. The negotiations are expected to focus on Iran's nuclear program, sanctions, and the release of frozen Iranian assets. Reports also say Tehran will decide on the composition of its delegation after the funeral of Ayatollah Khamenei. If confirmed, the meeting would mark another significant diplomatic engagement hosted by Pakistan. France and the United Kingdom have reached an agreement with Oman to work together on restoring safe transit through the Strait of Hormuz. According to a joint statement issued by French President Emmanuel Macron and UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer, the leaders said safe passage for ships of all nations was a matter of global concern. The statement said the three sides would coordinate efforts to support freedom of navigation and help reassure commercial shipping using the strategic waterway. Britain and France also said they were ready to deploy the wider multinational military mission to support freedom of navigation in the Strait of Hormuz. Iranian Parliament Speaker Baker Ghalibaf has said Tehran will not allow any American interference in the Strait of Hormuz, stressing that Iran remains determined to retain control over arrangements for the strategic waterway. Speaking during his meeting with Chinese Vice Chairman He Wei, Ghalibaf said the Islamic Republic had ensured the smooth passage of Chinese vessels through the Strait of Hormuz, describing China as a country that stood by Iran during difficult times. He added that during a recent Iranian delegation visit to Oman, Tehran and Muscat reached an agreement under the Islamabad Memorandum of Understanding to regulate maritime traffic through the strait. Mourners throng a vast prayer complex in Tehran as the week-long funeral ceremonies of Iranian Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei begin with the national anthem, religious eulogies, and readings from the Quran. Iran is staging mass funeral processions for Khamenei in a show of public devotion to the Islamic Republic's theocratic state and revolutionary zeal. Television footage showed his coffin draped with the Iranian flag and topped with his black turban. It was placed, along with 4 other coffins of his slain family members, on a large black platform that resembled the Kaaba. On the other hand, Iran's new supreme leader, Mujtaba Khamenei, is unlikely to attend the funeral ceremonies of his father, late Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, due to serious security concerns. According to reports cited by Al Jazeera, Khamenei has expressed his desire to attend the funeral, but he has not been allowed to appear publicly because officials fear Israel could target him during the mourning events. Al Jazeera TV reported Revolutionary Guard officials are also concerned that Israel could track his secret location through his movements if he appears in public. Russia's military has told Russian President Vladimir Putin that its forces had taken control of Kostiantynivka in eastern Ukraine, a key locality whose capture Moscow has long sought in its advance through the Donetsk region. Putin, shown in videos visiting a command post and receiving a report from top commanders, praised the city's capture as an important strategic achievement. He also said Russian forces had to increase the scale of security zones in response to intensified Ukrainian long-range strikes, mainly against Russia's oil industry. However, Ukraine's general staff has rejected Russian claims that Moscow's forces had captured the key eastern city of Kostiantynivka. A general staff official said these are more fake claims. The general staff said Kostiantynivka remained under the control of Ukrainian forces. It said military units and subunits of the 19th Army Corps of the Eastern Grouping continue to conduct defensive operations on designated lines within the town and on its approaches. The United States is celebrating the 250th anniversary of its independence with nationwide events, parades, and commemorations. Festivities include military flyovers, the completion of the cross-country Relay for America in Washington, D.C., and an attempt to set a Guinness World Record with what organizers describe as the largest 4th of July fireworks display in history. Celebrations are also taking place in New York, where the iconic Times Square Ball is set to drop 8 times to mark midnight across every US time zone. However, authorities are urging caution as extreme heat, with temperatures nearing 38 degrees Celsius, is expected in parts of the country. Pop music megastar Taylor Swift and football player Travis Kelce are married as guests attended a star-studded celebration at Madison Square Garden in New York that capped a 3-year love story. Just and T married flashed on giant screens on the exterior of the Manhattan Sports Arena. Swift's publicist confirmed via email that the Grammy-winning musician had wed the Kansas City Chiefs star. The publicist's statement said comedian Adam Sandler officiated the ceremony, describing him as a friend of the couple. That's all for now. For more updates, visit www.samaa.tv. Thank you for watching Samaa News.